Today I'm grateful for learning and thinking and introspection, all forms of internal work, like processing emotions, processing ideas, concepts. Uh, there are countless ways, forms of progress that turn out to be not progress. There are plenty of examples in the Industrial Revolution. For an easy example, say asbestos. If I remember right, it was originally an insulation, right? And it was like really, really good at insulating, really good insulation. Or maybe I'm wrong. Whatever it was, right? We started using it because it made the most sense compared to all the other options that we had because we didn't understand that in the long run it was a terrible thing. So it was progress. But then turns out it very much was not progress, right? And so I think learning, even if you're learning things that aren't true, and then you can learn more and be corrected later, I think learning is always progress, right? Like I've mentioned in many other videos how I've always felt my entire life like my internal work is far more important than anything I could ever do externally in the world. The external work, sometimes literally having to go to work, gets in the way of the internal work, which from like a more objective or neutral or observational perspective seems kind of backwards. Like from the world's perspective, we are only as valuable as what we can do. And so the internal work is just increasing our capacity to do and do better. So I don't know, just stuff like this that I don't have an answer yet, but it's just good things to think about, and it's my favorite thing to do when I ever have free time, is to think, to learn, to process, and what's very new to me personally is processing emotions, like thoughts, concepts, ideas. No, I love that stuff. That's my favorite. But emotions, processing emotions, learning how to even notice and understand what you're feeling. Um, Shocking that I made it this far before that became required of me. That life presented me with a situation in which that is something that I had to learn. And shocking I didn't learn it earlier or was never taught it earlier. Like, and to realize that most people never learn that. They never learn just basic emotional regulation. Insane. But then it also makes it very easy to understand just how fucked up the world is when you realize we're all just a bunch of old, hairy toddlers just barely functioning. And that is why I'm grateful for thinking, grateful for learning and processing. And that is why I encourage everyone, always, at all times, to question everything.